Every day for 20 years, I would say, what am I going to do next? That's how I ask for inspiration. I don't have any ideas myself. I have a vacant mind, you know, in order to do exactly what the inspiration calls for.
She would sit in her rocking chair until the idea came into her head, and she called this inspiration, the sort of presentation seemingly automatically of the image fully formed in her head. It appeared in her head at a very small scale, like a little postage stamp. So then when you look at her notebooks, you see how she draws the postage stamp sized picture and then does complicated mathematics to scale it up to meet the self-defined limitations of her canvas.
I was sitting waiting for inspiration about innocence. And into my mind there came a grid, and the lines going this way and lines going that way. And they were innocent. They looked like innocence.
And Martin said a wonderful thing once when people questioned the paintings and what are these paintings. And she said, from music, people accept pure emotion, but from art, they demand explanation. Well, these paintings are pure emotion. They are paintings of states of existence, innocence, happiness, the sublime.
And we have a tremendous range of abstract feelings, but we don't pay any attention to them.
My granddaughter was about 11 years old, and she was in Agnes's apartment, and there was a rose in a vase, and she was mesmerized by the rose, and Agnes saw that and picked up the rose and said, "Is this rose beautiful, Isabel?" And Isabel said, "Yes, this rose is beautiful." And then Martin put the rose behind her back, and she said to Isabel, "Is the rose still beautiful?" And Isabel said, "Yes, the rose is still beautiful." And she said, "You see, the beauty is not in the rose. The beauty is in your mind."
I painted for 20 years, and I didn't like the paintings. They weren't what I wanted. I wanted really abstract, without any cause in this world, you know. And so every day I painted, I got closer and closer to abstract painting, but it took me 20 years. Had trouble, that one.
I think we tend to associate Agnes Martin with the grid, but she wasn't born a fully fledged abstract painter, and she went through 2 decades of really incredibly intense experimentation to achieve that moment of perfection.
She was a painter with a long life who painted every single day and edited out all of the work she didn't like. So if there was a composition that she achieved, and then if it wasn't quite right, she would destroy the picture with a matte knife. She'd cut up her paintings, and she'd paint that painting again. And she could paint that painting 10 times and destroy 9 of them. So Martin was the greatest editor of work, I think, of any artist probably who ever lived.
I think about nothing but painting. And the older I get, the more I like to paint. You know, it grows on you. Just imagine, I'm 88, so it's been growing for quite a while.
Have to sit down.
Looking at these grids and repetitive lines and passages of pale color, think of them as much as a mantra, as a visual experience. And the repetition is like the repetition of a sound. And Martin has felt that the painting is a kind of map, and it's a map to your inner responses, whether it be joy or happiness or that it makes you calm. That's the work of art. That her painting is a key to the art within you.